So, recently we had a tweet from the Mitt Romney campaign, and he said, Ron Paul's Edit the Fed bill is a reminder of his tireless efforts to promote sound money and more transparent Federal Reserve. Ah, bravo, Romney. Good job. You're finally understanding us. So that's ridiculous. We saw this tweet, we were scratching our heads like, why is he doing this? I've been reflecting on this for a little while, and I think I finally realized that this is actually sort of a brilliant move. If you're a delegate and you see two polarized, two people who are fighting. You have Mitt Romney, who's already the nominee. He's the Romney. You have Mitt Romney. You have Ron Paul. And they're still battling for your vote. And Mitt Romney is diametrically opposed to Ron Paul, and Ron Paul is diametrically opposed to Romney. And so, from a delegate's perspective, you have a choice. Romney, basically, with this tweet, has thrown this paradigm out the window. Because why would you ever tweet about someone that you are running against? We're not fighting at all. The race is over, and I admire him for doing this. But if the race is over, it's like Matt Larson 10 said, if the race is really over, why are you fighting so hard to take these delegates away? We can say that the contest is over, Romney is the nominee, but apparently the fight isn't over. Romney is still fighting for these delegates, and we're still fighting too. The battle is not done, and that's just the way it is. Also, Mitt Romney is, in effect, taking credit for what Ron Paul has done. We know that Mitt Romney doesn't believe this. So Mitt Romney is posing as this guy that he's not. So any Ron Paul juice that we had is now Mitt Romney's juice. Mitt Romney is the guy who wants transparency. Mitt Romney is the one who wants to promote sound money. Ron Paul, for the past 30 years, has been aggressively fighting big government, promoting sound money in a more transparent Federal Reserve. That's what he's devoted his life to. Romney started supporting this like a couple days ago, like a week ago. So now when the delegates get to Tampa, they're not going to see two diametrically opposed ones. They see Mitt Romney, who has been fighting for sound money and transparent Federal Reserve, and he's a conservative, and then Ron Paul is this kind of this guy who, why is he even here? I mean, why? What is he doing? Fox News conservatives are getting very warmed up to the idea of Romney being the nominee. They're hoping for change with Romney, and they're almost getting excited about things. They're listening to his speeches, saying, I think he finally gets it. I think he's finally turning into a conservative. The idea of Ron Paul being the nominee, like, that's all we think about. But to a lot of people, that's like left field. Like, what are you thinking? That's ridiculous. They gotta be open, at least be open to Ron Paul. In order for Ron Paul to get the nomination, and I know it sounds really far-fetched, but if we have a little bit of hope, let's at least pursue it, right? Come on. Basically, the people who are non-Ron Paul supporters have to go through the process of understanding why Ron Paul kicks so much ass. If they see the light, they will vote for Ron Paul. There's a process that you have to go through to become a Ron Paul supporter. It's a shift in the way that you think. And I think there's enough people who just honestly don't have any idea, because they're so misled. Not to mention, their support for Romney is so thin that it's like it's hanging by a string. It's false. It's fake. Since late last year, we've been told that he is the one best qualified and most likely to beat Obama. And from that moment last year, he'd already won the election. Like, we had a lot of people who, the idea of Mitt Romney being the nomination to a lot of people was just absolutely abhorrent. Big government liberal was going to be representing supposedly the conservative party. Lots of people really pissed off about that. And then after the mainstream media calls the numbers, they're like, well, I guess it's not that bad. Fox News is churning out this stuff, trying to get people to think, maybe Romney's not that bad. I can't get excited about that. Like, Obama's communist, he's going to ruin this country single-handedly. Even if there was a monkey who was running for president, we'd have to vote for him because Obama is just that bad. Maybe, he could be a good president, and he'll, yeah, he likes to pander to people and change his position, but if he's in, he'll listen to us because we're Republicans. They're so good at what they do. The media has basically, they've established a trust with their listeners, and they've done it with truth. They've taken truth and they put out truth. So you're like, hey, yeah, I dig that, yeah. So you establish kind of like a personal relationship with these people. I used to listen to Mark Levin, Sean Hannity, Rush, all that stuff. So like I felt like they were my friends, like they had my best interests at heart. So like it'd be like a friend. If a friend told you about what was on their mind, you'd listen to them and you'd be really open to them. And so they can guide your thought process. That doesn't make the listeners dumb. So don't let them get you down. We've got the brush fires of liberty are lit in our hearts, and we have the internet. And even if we didn't have the internet, we'll make do. It's okay. So we'll spread these brush fires and we'll get it lit up. So we'll make that happen. Don't worry about that. So that's what I got for now. If you want to click this subscribe button up here, I'll probably be updating this channel pretty often. But yeah, give me some feedback, comment, like, share, all that jazz. Alright. Peace, guys. Stay in there.